Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the San Antonio Spurs. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Spurs. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference. And checking out New Orleans, just a couple spots back.
And you know, for the Pelicans, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Powell is out there with Wall. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Gonzalez in at the 5. And for the Pelicans, in the backcourt, it's McCollum and Jones. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Marshall in at the power forward position. We'll have to keep our eyes on the center matchup, Greg, in this one. These two bigs bring so much to their respective teams.
Yeah, and remember when people thought centers were going extinct? Look around the league. There's so much talent at that position, including the two guys we get to watch here tonight.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Jones. Gonzalez, that's good. Gonzalez has got his second bucket of the night.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Wembanyama passes to Gonzalez. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Inside, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
This Pelican front office has done a great job, Brent, finding some diamonds in the rough. Players that have now helped.
Think about it, Kevin. They grabbed Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall, both undrafted players. And those guys are key rotation pieces to change the tempo of any game. Herb Jones, a great steal in the second round, defensively comes in, creates havoc. I mean, a lot of really impressive finds for this front office.
Now here's Gonzalez. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Gonzalez, that's good.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Marshall sets a screen for McCollum. Pass to Valanciunas. Rejected by Gonzalez. They recover it. McCollum, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Gonzalez into the lane.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Marshall gets the bucket.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Gonzalez with it, guarded now by Marshall.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ingram against Johnson. Ingram outside. Valanciunas with a screen on Johnson.
And Ingram really can handle either part of that pick and roll. He could be the screener, and then he could roll, or he could score off it. Nice option.
And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs lead by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Pelicans trail by 6. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Money. Levine is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Sohan in at point guard. And it's Ingram missing. San Antonio with the ball. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against a team that shot it well.
And that one is good. Coaches say, GA, the league has a problem when it's punishing the retaliators and not the instigators. Do they have a point?
Kevin, I think so. For any scuffle, it's worth asking who started it. And that's what we do in life normally, right?
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Brandon Ingram's work ethic has made him an all-star. He was in the Pelicans facility so much they banned him on off days. He said, I hate it, but I use those off days to visualize the game. So what is he like? He says being called out. Players at this level think they're above that. Kevin?
Not him. Hey, David, thanks. To the middle, here's Daniels. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Daniels has got his first 2 points of the night.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Gonzalez passes to Levine. Banked in off the glass. Levine's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
Good touch on the interior. Levine really crafty at figuring out ways to create space down low.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Substitution here for New Orleans. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nance. Marshall comes in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Daniel. And McCollum subbed in for Jose Alvarado. .16 left in the first half of the game. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Ingram. The Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. All with it, guarded now by Marshall. Here's Gonzalez. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 22 points for Money.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. 3, Marshall. It's John Wall with the rebound. Spurs leading by 10. Finishes the break with a slam.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
43 seconds left in the first half. McCollum against Wall. And the basket by McCollum.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Gonzalez. Count that one. Gonzalez has got 12 points now in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Over in the corner, Marshall. $16 seconds left now here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Valanciunas sets a screen for Jones. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And he converts the layup. Wembanyama has got his first basket.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
And so it's San Antonio sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the San Antonio Spurs.
We've talked about a lot of teams now playing inside out. These guys are punching it inside, and it's not coming out. They're turning toward the rim and attacking, and it's working for them.
Kenny, you're an expert on this. I love talking to you, comparing notes. You used to throw it to the big man every time.
Yes.
And then he'd kick it back out, and you made 7 threes in the finals. I already know.
Yes.
And now it's time to bring up the players of the month in the NBA. In the West, money.
Finally, we're giving props to a big. Enough of these little dudes winning MVPs and awards. Basketball is for my guys, the tall dudes.
Yeah. Bigs never win anything in the NBA. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Sharing the wing spots, it's Jones and Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Marshall in at the 4-man position. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half.
And just so good off the bounce. C.J. McCollum is as frustrating to cover as anyone.
Yeah, but it's also, Greg, one of the players in the league that we appreciate the most because of the footwork, because of the fundamentals, maybe a little bit undersized. He finds ways to get it done with efficiency and effectiveness.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pelicans have a lot of weapons offensively, but there seem to be enough touches to go around. Coach Willie Green said there's a trust factor. All those guys, they go out and trust each other. It might be one guy's night in this game, and it might be someone else in the next game. They always just want to make the right play. Kevin?
Yep. Thanks, D.A. Good stuff. He's perfect from the line this time.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Valanciunas with a screen on Wall. It's McCollum with the drive. San Antonio with the rebound. Gonzalez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rebounded by McCollum. Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Ingram. It's John Wall with the rebound. Wall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gonzalez, that's good. Gonzalez has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Pass to Valanciunas. Jones kicks to McCollum. There's the pass to Marshall. Back to McCollum. Launches it. San Antonio with the rebound.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
At the line for 1.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Nance is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Levine's checked in for Powell.
You saw an amazing performance. Give it up for your Pelicans Breakers.
One shot.
Spurs leading by 17. Here's Gonzalez. And Valanciunas pulls it down. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Feeds it to Valanciunas. And the shot is good. Valanciunas has got his second bucket.
And that's where Jonas is going to do most of his damage. Down low, playing physical, knocking guys around.
Gonzalez, that's good.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
On the wing, Jones. Releases. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Passes it to Gonzalez. Basket good. And now that's 35 points for money.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Down low, here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
Here's Gonzalez. Good work there as it goes. Gonzalez has got 11 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Ingram against Johnson. The baseline J. And it's Ingram missing.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way. But maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Nine seconds left in the third. McCollum, no good. with 1 on the clock, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, they've got Norman Powell. Johnson is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Wall, and it's Gonzalez in at the 5. Home in the paint. Outside for Wembanyama. To the inside. Goes back up. Gonzalez, that's good. Gonzalez has got 41.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on.
Almost, but it rolls out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's good, 2 points.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
McCollum kicks to Valanciunas. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pulls up. Rejected by Gonzalez. It's Wall with the drive. Softly drops in the floater. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for San Antonio.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Money.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Gonzalez with it. Jones covering.
Jonas Valanciunas. Third personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for San Antonio, Gonzalez. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. Here's Ingram. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Launches a three. That one misses.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jones against Levine. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
.23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Marshall kicks to Valanciunas. Here's Ingram. And again, no good by New Orleans. Here's Sohan. He's guarded by McCollum. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, money.